My dear brothers and sisters, this Sunday we celebrate 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Our Gospel reading from this Sunday is taken from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 25 to 30. In this Gospel reading, Jesus says, His yoke is easy and His burden light. My dear friends, since the beginning of this year, people talk about COVID-19, and there are so many complaints about this coronavirus pandemic. People complain about the medicine. There is no medicine. There is no vaccine. People complain about other people do not follow the rules. Or some people complain about there are too many rules we have to follow. And people sometimes asking me, so why we have to close down the church, and why so many few people going to the church. And my dear friends, those are the burdens. We have to carry those burdens. But my dear friends, in our gospel reading today, Jesus is inviting each one of us to come to Him. He says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourself, for my yoke is easy and my burden light." My dear friends, what Jesus is asking us to do, that we must yoke ourselves to Him. When we do that, we will find rest for ourselves, for our lives. If we look at our second reading today, St. Paul reminds us that we must live our lives according to the Spirit, not according to the flesh. Because according to the flesh is always weak, and that will burden each one of us. So my dear friends, what Jesus wants us to do, that as we're looking at into our gospel reading today, is that we have to rely on God, rely on Jesus, not rely on ourselves. The more we rely on ourselves, the more burden we will have, the more burden we will carry. But Jesus said, my yoke is easy and my burden light. So my dear friends, Jesus wants us to come to Him, to find rest for ourselves. My dear friends, during this weekend, I pray that we have to live according to the Spirit, because in Spirit, in God's Spirit, we will find our strength. We will find rest for ourselves. And then we will see that how our burden, we will see that our yoke will be easy and our burden will be light. So my dear friends, may God continue to protect you. May God continue to guide you during this pandemic. God bless you.